up, brothers and sisters, and welcome to MTG Malone with me, MTG Malone. And thank you all so much for smashing that subscribe button. We're going strong on our road to 1,000. In not even 5 months, we will be there. I feel it. So if you're new to the channel or you're just a regular tuning in, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, because we are on a road to 1,000 in freaking sanity. And because I'm so glad, I want to play one of my favorite decks of all time. So enough with the yammering, let's get into the hammering. Alright, this is the Gut Mill Magic Mirror IZZET Mill deck. And yeah, it was pretty perfect as it was, so I just put in 1 or 2 cards from Kaldheim. But with this, you will have a lot of fun. You will have a lot of fun. So, I recorded this already, but I got to tell you, I had to record it again because the first game was just literal insanity. So, make sure to check out at least the first game. You will go just as crazy as I did. In freaking insane. Also, I got a pretty good win rate in with this. Just so sweet. So, what is this deck? Well, it's a Teferi's Tutalage Mill deck, but together with the Magic Mirror. The Magic Mirror costs 1 less to cast for each instant and sorcery in your graveyard. You have no more maximum hand size, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you put a knowledge counter on the mirror, and then you draw a card for each knowledge counter that's on the mirror. So the first turn that this is out, you draw 1 card with it, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, and you can imagine, with the Teferi's Tutelage, this is pretty freaking juicy. So, yes, this is a very mean deck, but I love it. I freaking love it. Also, we have 2 midnight clocks in here, and if you can get in the situation that you tick this up to 12 while the tutelage is out, you will mill him for 14. 14, and that could be freaking game changing. And the rest of the deck is making sure that we A, mill them. That is a 1, not an A. So the 1, we mill them, and 2, we keep the creatures off the freaking board. And to keep the creatures off the board, we're playing red. And we have some good cards in here. I wanted to put in the giant spell that deals 4 damage to all non-giant, but it doesn't get rid of a Bone Crusher Giant, which is still one of the most played creatures in the meta. So yeah, I didn't put it in. Instead, we have 4 Storm's Wrath. We have 4 Spikefield Hazard for the early game. This also counter-activates a lot of stuff with death triggers, so that is very freaking sweet. Then we got a new card in here, the Crush the Weak. I took out 2 Storm's Wrath, put in 1 Storm's Wrath, put in 1 Crush the Weak. It is just very freaking good. If you're up against a Phoenix, this is the perfect answer. So the early game for red gets pretty much destroyed with this. Also, the Scorching Dragonfires takes care of almost everything that's annoying. It takes care of Bone Crusher Giants, it takes care of Annexes, and if you have 2 of them, you can even get rid of MtgA, and it will get exiled. So, no death triggers for you. Then we have one of my favorite cards for this deck, because it is just so good. We will be doing a lot of spell stuff, so a lot of spells, sources and instances, sorceries and instances will go into our graveyard. So with the Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, that is just so good. Also, this also exiles. So, it deals X damage, where X is the number of instance or sorcery spells in your graveyard to target creature or planeswalker. And that is just so freaking good. So freaking good. So those were the red spells. What are the blue spells? Well, a lot of card draw with the Frantic Inventory. I thought about the one from Kaldheim, but this just is so much more reliable. You only pay 2, you draw 4 cards in the end. That is just good. So in total, when you play this, you draw 1, 3, 7, 11 cards. 7, 11. 11 freaking cards with the Frantic Inventory for 8 mana. And that is just insane. Then another card draw card, of course, is the Into the Story. We're a mill deck, so the Into the Story is pretty freaking good. And the rest is counterspelled. So we have 3 Javari Disruption, which also works as a land. Then we have 3 Saw It Coming, so yeah, at least I put some Kaldheim spells in here. And we have 2 Sublime Epiphanies, because this card is just a freaking game changer. It is just a game changer. You counter target spell, you counter target activated or triggered ability, you return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand, you create a token. Well, that's not going to happen, so the 4th mode is not relevant for us, and the target player draws a card, which is always us, unless they only have no more cards left in the graveyard. You could even kill him with the Sublime Epiphany. That is just insane. So, what is the dream with this deck? Get out as many tutelages as you can, one of my favorite cards of all time. trigger the midnight clock, get down the mirror, draw so many cards, use the into the story, all the good stuff while you're getting rid of their board. Draw as many cards as you can. It is just so freaking good. This deck is so much fun. So, then of course we have 9 beautiful Bob Ross Islands, we have 7 beautiful Bob Ross mountains, we have 4 River Glide, Lava Glide Pathway, and 2 Rock Ring Triumph. So, this is a very fun deck. Thank you all so much for over 900 subs in 4 months. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you, and I will see you in those evil games. Alrighty. My favorite deck in the world. Kind of. It's not Giants, but it is pretty close. Zodiac. It's the Zodiac Killer. We need to be wary. We need to be very wary here. We're going first. This is a pretty disappointing hand. This hand, on the other hand, looks pretty better. Pretty much better. So we're getting rid of the Frantic Inventory, sadly, but we need to keep our counterspell open. Alright, the bear is on white today because we're rocking the Rockrim Triumph. Another mono rat deck. Another mono rat deck. That is pretty interesting. Well, I say another because while I was just playtesting, I encountered like 4 of them. 4 mono rat decks, 2 fervent champions. I cannot allow that. So yeah, sadly, only 1 damage is allowed. 4 is way too freaking much. But now we have the Saw It Coming, also ready to rumble. Ready to rumble. But I think we're just playing the Teferi's Tutelage here. Just trying to mill him as fast as freaking possible. So I think we will still find some lands. I just hope so. I just freaking hope so. Those were bad mills. Pretty bad mills. He found another land, of course, and he has the Robber of the Rich. Okay. Okay. That is still fine with me. So we found another land. But it is a blue land. But that is still fine. So no matter what he has here, very soon we will be able to play our Into the Story. He is on 4. So if we counter something here, we're good. We're good. The Annex, for example, absolutely needs to get countered. So he's on 5 now. He will be on 7 next turn, so we can use the Into the Story, which is pretty sweet. That will help us find some good stuff. We could also use the Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, but I think 1 more turn of damage is okay. I mean, we need to be super cheeky here. Super freaking cheeky. And now we even found another rat source. So I'm pretty glad with that. Pretty freaking glad with that. Alright, let's get down the rat source. And yes, now he can steal something of ours. But that is still fine. He has the Torbrand. He has the freaking Torbrand. Well, this Torbrand will die like there is no tomorrow. The Phoenix of Ash. That indeed is also a pretty sweet card here to have. That indeed is a pretty sweet card to have. But I think I just keep up my Sublime Epiphany for now. And then I can take care of everything in one single scoop. The Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, I don't think so, my friend. Counter target spell, return target non-land to hand. So, target non-land permanent, the Torbrand. Target player, me. Alright. So unless he has another Bone Crusher Giant here, we are still kinda fine. Kinda. And now we even have to Crush the Weak, which is pretty freaking sweet. Does he have another Bone Crusher Giant? He, of course, does have another Bone Crusher Giant. What are the freaking chances? Pretty high, that much I tell you. So, we have the Midnight Clock. Not really useful here, but also not really unuseful. So we Crush the Weak here. Yes, we absolutely have to. And then we just hope that he doesn't have another Bone Crusher Giant. So we need to keep up our mana. Or do we? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we need to keep them both up for the Blitz of the Thunder Raptor and the Jabari Disruption. Let's just hope he plays something for 4 here. The Fervent Champion. Alright, I can Scorching Dragonfire that. And Scorching Dragonfiring I will. If he plays his Bone Crusher Giant here, he has another one, doesn't he? Oh my lord. I can't freaking believe if he has 3 freaking Bone Crushers. Well, that is just perfect. That is just a freaking perfect. Okay, let's hope we draw something good here. The Spike Field Hazard is not the best, to be honest. Not the freaking best. But we need to do our best just to survive here. Let's just hope that he plays the Phoenix so I can take care of it. The Fireblade Charger. That is also fine with me because the Spike Field Hazard exiles. Well, not on my watch you don't. Let's just hope he doesn't have another Frostbite. He does not. Okay. Oh freaking K. Pass to attacks. Are we surviving here on 1 measly freaking damage? The Sublime Epiphany is a pretty freaking sweet draw. So no matter what he has here, we are kinda good. So let us see what he plays here. Let us just see what he plays here. He plays the Phoenix. I think I will just use the Blitz of the Thunder Raptor here. Yeah, I think I do. Getting rid of the Phoenix is pretty important. And this now is gone. And now we can push our Midnight Clock just a little bit more. And just a little bit more. He's on 20 cards. Can we get him this turn? I don't know. Let us see. So we're on 8 mana, so we can't. We just can't. So he would need like 2 Bone Crusher Giants now. Which I honestly don't think that he will have. But we still have the Sublime Epiphany. The Robber of the Rich. Okay, let us wait what he does here. Okay, we just return that to hand. Should have countered it, but I didn't. My bad. Now we have the Spike Field Hazard. And I think we freaking got him. I think we just got him. Because we will put a counter on the clock now. Dude, what an insane game. What a freaking insane game. Alright, let me see. He has 13 cards left. He will mill 14 here. So we are a freaking good unless he found a Bone freaking Crushing Giant. Holy freaking smokes. 1 life. 1 freaking life. This is freaking insanity, bros. This is insanity. So let us wait. In his upkeep, he could still have something. But he does not. He does not. What a game. What a game. This was the game of the century. The freaking game of the freaking century. Baby. Whew. I freaking love this deck. And that is the reason why. Terrifical with the Teferi. Nice taste do you have. We're going first again. That is so sweet. That is so freaking sweet. We will keep up the Jabari Disruption for now. We can still play it later. Those sleeves are so freaking insanely hot. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. So he's a Dragon Hoarder. Yeah, spit the fire. Spit the dragon fire. Okay. The first game was pretty freaking intense and pretty freaking insane, surviving with 1 life. 1 freaking life. Holy smokes. Holy freaking smokes. So we're putting down a red. Let's pretend that we're a mono red deck. Why not? Hello. Oh, he's a Golgari deck. Okay, so we got another Jabari Disruption, which is pretty sweet. So we can be Jabari Disrupting 2 things, if we want to. Yep, for example, a Finn. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to Scorching Dragonfire that, just so we can get rid of it forever. Yeah, that needs to go for freaking ever. Alright, now we're putting down the Teferi's Tutelage here. Let us try to find something sweet. That is indeed sweet. That is indeed very sweet. So, now we even have the Frantic Inventory. He milled... oh, Nagadeem's Awakening is pretty good. Is pretty good. Does he have another Fin in hand? I really don't hope so. The Foulmire Knight. That is A-okay to me. Pretty A-okay to me. So, we can put down the clock, still have our Javari Disruption and Frantic Inventory open. And we will just chill here, just for a little second. But we have enough removal in this deck to remove a lot of stuff. If he has a Questing Beast here, I'm fine with that. Well, that is kind of annoying, so let's try to find some stuff. We didn't find some stuff. But we have the Sublime Epiphany also next turn, so we are kind of okay. Kind of okay. And taking one here is still okay. Okay, Gabe. Okay, I see, I see. So we will see if he plays a card here. We have the Sublime frickin' Epiphany, which is pretty good in this case. What are you doing? Looking at the Varagoth. How much does this cost? 3. So the Sublime Epiphany here looks pretty good. We return the Varagoth, we draw a card. Oh, Sublime Epiphany, you're such a freaking tasty card. And now we even found the Scorching Dragonfire for his Varagoth, which is so pretty freaking sweet. Alright, this is looking good for now, because we found the Scorching Dragonfire. But we will see how this turns out. The game still isn't over. We only milled him 22 cards. But he only got rid of one of our very measly 1 life point. So, this is freaking exciting. The IZZET mill? Is it real? We will see. The Wheel of freaking Mill Fortune. But yeah, we will be on 4 next turn with the Midnight Clock. So sooner or later we will be drawing something good. I can feel it. He's thinking long and hard. Terrifical. That is just a terrifical. Maybe he left the building. Maybe he's like very disappointed in what just happened. But that is fine. Oh, he's not. He's still here. I like to see that. Freaking like to see that. But what is he playing? What are you doing, my friend? Attacking in with the Foulmire Knight? So we got rid of some of his good stuff here. That is really, really good. The Cheville is gone. The Blightfang is gone. Oh, I freaking love the Blightfang. But sadly, it is not the best card right now. This is a very gimmicky deck. A very gimmicky deck. So yeah, getting through with the poison is kind of very hard. You have to draw very freaking good, and there's not too much card draw in the green and black. Well, in green, yes, but you need to play the big boys to really have some card draw. So our opponent is taking a sweet time. I'm fine with that. It is Sunday. I have coffee, or at least I had coffee. Wow. So, yeah, he's taking a sweet time. Okay. Now we even have the magic frickin' mirror. Should we be cheeky and play it now? I mean, this doesn't have haste. And we still have enough, so yeah. I didn't even count my mana right here. But this is like the literal nail in the frickin' coffin, because now we will draw so many cards. I don't think he can make a comeback here. I honestly don't think so. So, looking at the magic mirror, yes, you do that, but you weren't prepared for it. Sorry. But this is like just one of my freaking favorite decks of all time. Of all freaking time. Yes, I know, I'm a bastard for playing Mill, but I freaking love it. Well, that is kind of fine with me. Because I can still take care of the Cheville. But I can also do it next turn. So we will wait what the magic mirror will get us here. We will see. And we will also see what he plays. Because maybe he plays something that is way more dangerous than the Cheville. the Javale Bane monster. Bane of frickin' monsters. Another Jwari Disruption. Well, that's okay, I guess. But we got him. We freaking, yep, he knew it. We knew it. Everybody knew it. He didn't want anything to do with it. Freaking sweet. Freaking sweet. Zap it. Zap it. Grabbing us with his hand. He's going first. So, this is what I'm used to. The opponent going first. Alrighty. Alrighty, so what are we doing here? I think we're just putting down the Jwari Disruption. We have so many freaking counter spells. What am I supposed to do with that? If we're up against an aggressive deck, we are kind of screwed with this hand. We are kind of screwed with this hand if we're up against an aggressive deck. But we would see. We have a Merfolk to get ready with us. But yeah, I really don't know. I really don't know. Cliff Childs, help me. What am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to keep this? I mean, it looks pretty tasty, but there's just 2 little red spells in here for my freaking taste. I don't know. And the opponent is just taking his sweet time deciding on what he wants to do. I think he has some very hard decisions to make with his 7 cards. Maybe he just left the building and we can just chillax. Just sit here, wait for 30 seconds, wait for another 30 seconds. We will see. But I think the mulligan just is even longer than 30 seconds. And we're on the crab. We're fighting on the back of a crab. We can already put our bear on black. Bear on black. I'm bear on black. Okay, he's just not here, it seems. Maybe he made himself a coffee real quick and thought, yeah, I still have enough time, but we don't know. He has the Frost Bear. But he will just, maybe he saw his hand and said, yeah, I'm going to keep it. But we are not. We are mulliganing. This is way better. This is a way freaking better. I think we can get rid of the Jwari Disruption because we can just take care of his board sooner or freaking later. Hopefully we don't get punished for not having another land, but we will see. We still have time to find another land. And this card is just so freaking good. Alright, the opponent's not here, it seems. So yeah. Old Man River indeed. Here it is, the old man's river. Well, we still got time. He's doing nothing. So yeah, nobody knows the trouble I've seen. We're still playing this, maybe we'll be coming back sooner or later. We will find out. Or does his head explode immediately? Okay. Well, that's just how it is. A free win is a free freaking win. At least I played some kazoo. At least I played some kazoo. That is also part of magic. People just not showing up. Giving you a buy, that is just how it is. Lux Moon. The luxury moon. And we're up against a rogue deck, it seems. Oh, a YORION deck. In that case, this hand looks pretty bad. But this is the ultimate showdown against the YORION deck. So, I think we can get rid of the Storm's Wrath here. If he has a creature, it will be dead by the Blitz of the Thunderraptor. And we have a lot of counter spells in this deck, so let's just hope that we can get there. The Magic Mirror, okay. The Magic Mirror is pretty good, got to admit, it is pretty good in my hand here. He's not doing anything. We got another Blitz of the Thunderraptor. Alright, let's pretend that we have a counter spell. Let's pretend. So, we're up against one of the best decks in the meta, but we are really well prepared against it because we have a lot of counter spells which we aren't drawing. But we have the Teferi's Tutelage. But do we want to run into his... yeah, I think we want to. I think drawing a card here is just very freaking valuable. So, one Blitz of the Thunder Raptor can go. Milling him 2 lands. Not even that bad. Not even that freaking bad. So, he might have a Binding of... Oh, he does not. He does not have the Binding of the Old Gods. And he puts 2 on bottom. That is pretty good. So, just getting closer to the Into the Story here is just very good. Okay. Another Magic Mirror. I see. I see. That is kind of bad. So, we put down the Midnight Clock here. Because we need some mana. And I think next turn we might be close enough for the Into the Story. Well, sooner or later. Sooner than later. So we really need some mana here. Because he will be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 freaking lands. So we really freaking need some mana here. We really need it. If he has one counter spell in hand, that is so bad, but that might help us find some mana. That might help us find some mana. But yeah, we are kind of screwed if he has... Oh, game. Why are you doing me like this? Why are you doing me like this? So he has 2 green, 2 blue, 2 black. But we milled him 2 Auron's Epiphany. That is pretty sweet. Not going to lie. But he has the Behold the Multiverse, so he will absolutely find... Yeah, he found a green source here. That is just so bad. That is just so bad. So bad. But we can still mill him good in the neighborhood. Yep. And just as I thought. But at least we got rid of some of his stuff. So, the Auron's Epiphany won't be here. Which is pretty good. So we will see. He still chose the good stuff. So I think he can... I mean, he will steal some of our stuff. So yeah, what gives? What gives? We were just screwed by mana here. I mean, he's on 7, we're on 3. What are we supposed to do with that? What are we supposed to do with that? So now he can empty all the graveyards. And he does. And he freaking does. Why shouldn't he? It was just a good choice, but the Kiara would have been even worse here. If we would have found 2 mana, but we were pretty screwed. We milled super hard, we drew super hard, but it just wasn't enough. It just was not enough. So the Voriclex will beat us down pretty hard. We had all the... Whatever counterspell would have been sweet, and now we will draw all the mana in the world. Yep, just as I freaking predicted. Just as I freaking predicted. Holy smokes. So now he can do whatever he wants all the time. We ain't even getting counters on the Midnight Clock. So after that free win, we were super unlucky. Super freaking unlucky. What did he steal us here? And Into the Story. Okay. Okay. So I don't think that we can win here. I honestly don't think that we can win here. It is just not realistic. Just not realistic anymore. Yeah. A good game, my friend. But that is 6 plus 7 next turn, so we're just freaking dead. Well, you get a free win. You don't draw your counter spells. Should have kept my first hand. Should have kept my first hand. Alright, so I just realized I kept my first hand. But there were just no counter spells. Another YORION deck? Another YORION deck? But now we have the counter spells. Now we have the freaking counter spells, and we will keep this hand. So, this is the revenge. This is the freaking revenge. Excuse me. Yep, this is the exact same deck. Just the exact same deck. So, what gives? What freaking gives? So, maybe we can get our revenge? Who knows, but we now at least have a saw it coming, so that is pretty sweet. Are we foretelling it? I mean, why shouldn't we? Why shouldn't we? I don't think that he will be playing something that we can Scorching Dragonfire anyways. But having 2 of those isn't even the worst. A Spike Field Hazard. Well, I think I will bait him, because we can get rid of those. Sublime Epiphany is pretty sweet. We got rid of a Vorinclex. That is pretty freaking nice. So, if he has the Binding of the Gods here, he will use it. Just as I thought, but that is still fine with me. That is still fine with me. We have the Midnight Clock here. That is also pretty good. Because we need all the mana we can get. All the freaking mana we can get. So we still have 3 Tutalages in our deck. So I'm still a-okay with that. Does he have another Binding of the Gods? Do you, my friend? 80 card deck? How many do you have? He's getting the YORION in hand. Okay. That is pretty good. So now we have the Sublime Epiphany. We have everything. We have 2 counter spells, which is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. If he plays the YORION here, I'm fine with that. I'm just freaking fine with that. So he doesn't do anything. We trigger our clock just to draw as many cards as possible. The Spike Field Hazard. Well, that is indeed not really useful, but it is what it is. Okay, does he have the Seagate Restoration? No way, Jose. No way, Jose, you're drawing that many cards. Not going to happen. Just not going to happen. So, with 1 mana he can't do anything, and we want to draw as many cards as soon as possible. So we got rid of a lot of lands here already, this is good. We could even play the Into the Story end of his turn, but I think keeping up the Sublime Epiphany is just pretty freaking good. The Crush the Weak is just a dead card in this deck. In this situation. So, what are you offering me, my friend? Binding of the Gods. If he targets the Midnight Clock, I would just tick it up 2 times. So, yeah. Just tick it up 2 times, draw fresh set of hand. Oh, pretty sweet indeed. Pretty sweet indeed. We got a new side coming. So, we can put down the Teferi's Tutelage here. And counter his YORION, which is pretty tasty. Scorching Dragonfire can go. Alright, if he had like the card that I'm afraid of, the Emergent Automaton, I think he would have already played it. I think he would already have played it. But we can just counter his YORION here, which is pretty tasty. Alright, does he have a counter spell? I don't think so. No, he doesn't. He does not have a counter spell. Sweet baby Jesus, give me the money. Give me the money. So we're on 8 here. We could play the Magic Mirror, but we have so much card draw that we will draw into a counter spell sooner or later. So, that is why I will just keep up my good stuff. Pass to attacks, he doesn't do anything. So this is the glorious freaking revenge. Okay. Does he do something now? Oh, baby, milling an 80 card deck always feels so good. Yes, yes, the glorious revenge. So freaking sweet. Alrighty, those games sure were evil. I liked it a lot. I had so much freaking fun. So thank you all very much for tuning in, staying until the end. I hope you enjoyed the show. We got our revenge against the YORION deck. What else do you want? Nothing, I tell you. We got roped 1 game, but that's just how it is sometimes. Sometimes people just don't want to play. So, I don't know if the video will be ready before the live stream. If it will be, you will be able to watch it before the live stream, maybe. But if it doesn't, well, you can watch it after the live stream. So, if you tune in for the live stream, thank you very much. There will be another live stream next week. I will announce it on Monday. So don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. So, this was Gutmill, a very evil deck. I enjoy it very much. And I will see you all tomorrow.